Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to get this simple smoky eye look. This look is very easy to achieve and it is very daytime appropriate. I'm starting off by correcting my under eye circles. I'm using the LA Girl Orange Corrector / Concealer. This step is optional though, you can skip the step if you do not have heavy dark circles. I'm blending the corrector with my fingers here. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless in the shade 310 Sun Beige. Now it is essential if you have used a corrector to layer it up with either foundation or concealer. Here I'm going with the foundation first. You can even apply the concealer first and then go with the foundation. I'm using the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques to blend the foundation. Moving on to concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me again in the shade Medium. Now there is one thing to note here, if you have corrected your under eye circles, you can even use a concealer 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. Unless you correct, you would get that ashy look under your eyes. I'm also using the same concealer as an eye primer and the same Expert Face brush I use for my foundation to blend everything. I'm using the LA 18 Glow Compact to set everything. Make sure you get rid of all the creases you have on your eyelids before you set them. The brush I'm using is the Buffing Brush by Real Techniques again, and I'm using the same compact to set my whole face. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm using that dark brown shade to fill my eyebrows and shape them a little bit. The brush I'm using is just a dual-ended eyebrow brush. All I'm doing is filling the gaps in my eyebrows and shaping them slightly, and I brush them with the spoolie end occasionally to distribute the product evenly and to give them that feathery look. Moving on to eyes, with a pencil brush, I'm applying that black shadow from the same palette onto the outer corner of my eyes. Once you have something like this on your eyes, all you have to do is blend. Here I'm using a fluffy blending brush to blend the shadow into my outer crease and slightly towards my eyelids. Now you want the color to be concentrated only on the outer corner to give that smoky effect. Now I won't be layering up the shadow here because I did not want the look to be too dramatic, but if you want to, you can even layer up the shadow, but make sure you blend it properly. You have to use a very light hand and only circular motion so that you don't lose that concentration of color on the outer corner. I'm just making sure both the eyes look as even as possible. Once I've blended everything, I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Kajal to line my upper waterline and also my lower waterline. Now with the smudger brush and with the same brown shade, I'm smudging the kajal I just applied. If you do not have a smudger brush, you can even do this step with a Q-tip or an earbud. I'm using the same kajal to apply a thin layer of liner. And with a smudger brush again, I will smudge the liner slightly. You can even use the Q-tip for this step as well. Now I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I will apply a thin layer of mascara on my top and bottom lashes. If you want to add a bit more drama to your eyes, you can even use a pair of falsies. Now I'm using the Nykaa contour kit and the brush that came with it to give some dimension to my face. I'm using a mixture of the two darker shades in the palette. And I'm also applying it slightly on my forehead. For blush, I'm using the Makeup Revolution kit in the shade Smolder, and the brush I'm using is the Multitask brush by Real Techniques. For highlighter, I'm using the same highlighter in the Makeup Revolution palette and the same Nykaa brush, the other end this time, and I'm highlighting the usual areas, the tops of the cheeks and slightly above the brows. With the tiny shader brush, I'm applying the same highlighter beneath my brows and the inner corner of my eyes as well. Little bit down my nose, and this is the shader brush by Real Techniques. So to finish the look, I'm using Ruby Woo by MAC. This is a dark red lipstick. I really like this lipstick, but if you do not prefer red lipstick, you can even go ahead and wear a nude lipstick with this look. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you all liked it. Please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.